All right, picture this. You open the map, zoom out again, and then realize, yeah, you're definitely not getting back to that quest marker anytime soon. What's up, everyone? Today we're talking about 20 game maps so insanely huge, they'll straight up make you lose your sense of direction. I'm talking worlds that feel endless, maps where exploration turns into accidental side quest marathons, and fast travel feels like a survival tool. We've got futuristic cities, massive open roads, brutal wildlands, and beautifully overwhelming worlds. Some of these maps are gorgeous, some are terrifying, and some will absolutely make you forget what you were originally doing. So yeah, if you love getting lost, exploring for hours, and realizing it's 3 a.m. and you've made zero story progress, you're in the right place. Let's jump in.
That's a big tower.
All right, let's kick this off with No Man's Sky, the game that turned huge into a cosmic joke. I mean, seriously, we're talking 18 quintillion planets. That's not a typo, that's real, and it's insane. Every single world has its own ecosystem, weather, creatures, and terrain. You could land on a planet, find giant floating jellyfish, get attacked by space wolves, mine some resources, and still not even scratch the surface of the galaxy. And don't even get me started on space stations or trading. It's like Elite Dangerous and Minecraft had a very confusing but amazing baby. The best part? The game actually rewards exploration. You can stumble across alien ruins, hidden bases, or planets that are just pure chaos. But the downside? Good luck ever finding your ship after wandering around for an hour in a dense forest of glowing mushrooms. You'll probably call it a day, sit back, and think, yep, I'm lost. Forever. Honestly, No Man's Sky isn't just a game. It's a meditation on getting lost, loving it, and maybe crying when you realize you left your multi-tool behind on a planet 3 systems away. Next up, Tears of the Kingdom. If you thought Breath of the Wild was huge, this one takes it to a whole new level. The map isn't just big, it's layered. We're talking sky islands, underground caverns, sprawling forests, and mountains that look like they belong in a concept art poster. You'll climb, glide, and sometimes accidentally fall into lava because, let's be honest, physics isn't always your friend here. The world is alive in a way that's impossible not to notice. Enemies patrol, wildlife does its thing, and NPCs have schedules. There's so much verticality that you'll often find yourself staring at a floating island thinking, yeah, I'm not touching that today. And the puzzles, man, the physics puzzles are both genius and cruel. Half the time you're scratching your head, the other half you're laughing at yourself for trying to launch a bomb with a wooden crate that somehow works. Basically, if getting lost in a breathtaking, dangerous, and hilarious kingdom is your thing, this game has your name written all over it. Moving on to Ghost of Tsushima, a game that makes you feel like a samurai poet, if poets also loved running through exploding bamboo forests and slicing enemies in half. The map of Tsushima Island is massive, varied, and just stunning. You've got golden fields that practically beg for slow-motion horseback shots, misty mountains where you'll get lost for hours, and dense forests that hide enemies, or wild animals that will ruin your day. What's incredible is how alive it feels. Villagers go about their routines, storms roll in realistically, and every corner has some secret shrine, battle, or breathtaking vista. And the exploration mechanics? Beautifully subtle. You follow the wind, not a GPS marker. Yeah, that's cool for immersion, but also means you'll get lost a lot. And honestly, getting lost is half the fun. You stumble onto ambushes, discover hidden fox dens, or just stop and admire a sunset because, hey, this is Tsushima, not your local parking lot. If you've ever wanted to live out a cinematic samurai fantasy, this map is basically your playground. And trust me, it's huge enough to get happily lost in for days. Next, Horizon Forbidden West, the game that asks, what if Jurassic Park was made by Pixar and then got a mechanical upgrade? The map is massive, layered, and ridiculously gorgeous. You've got deserts, rainforests, frozen mountains, swamps, and underwater ruins that you actually need to dive into. Yes, the map isn't just wide, it's vertical and three-dimensional. Aloy's world feels alive. Robotic creatures patrol, wildlife interacts realistically, and side quests make the environment feel purposeful. And the freedom to explore? Unreal. You can spend hours climbing a mountain to find a hidden ruin, only to realize the real treasure was sliding down on a rope while being chased by a fire-spitting robot. The level of detail is insane. You can literally watch the sun rise over a jungle canopy and forget you were supposed to do the main quest. And yes, the map is huge enough that if you try to do everything, you'll need a calendar, a compass, and maybe a therapist. But hey, getting lost here isn't frustrating, it's adventuring. Horizon Forbidden West isn't just a game, it's basically an open-world nature documentary, with lasers and explosions. And next, let's talk Cyberpunk 2077, a map so big and dense it practically demands a pilot's license, or at least a really good sense of direction. Night City isn't just huge horizontally, it's vertical too. Every skyscraper is another level of exploration, and every neon-lit alleyway has a story, a mission, or a gang trying to ruin your day. The city feels alive in a way few open-world games manage. Cars zoom past, NPCs have their routines, and sometimes you just stop to stare at a billboard because it's actually better than your apartment. Missions will take you across districts, through rooftops, and even inside buildings you didn't know existed. And here's the kicker, you'll often get lost chasing a side quest and end up in some random fight or mini-story that's way more fun than the main quest. Honestly, Night City is like a living, breathing maze that wants to murder you, but also dazzle you with neon sunsets. And yeah, if you don't take a moment to appreciate it, you might realize hours later you've been wandering in circles, but at least in style. Switching gears to Forza Horizon 5, a game where huge map doesn't mean forests and caves, it means drive until your fingers cramp. The map of Mexico here is enormous, beautiful, and designed to make you want to explore every inch. Deserts, beaches, volcanoes, jungles, you name it, it's all drivable. And thanks to the Horizon Festival vibe, you're encouraged to race, stunt, and basically test physics in ways that make you question if your car is even real. What's fun is the freedom. You can take a winding mountain road just to see where it goes, and sometimes you'll hit a hidden village, a river, or a cliff that sends your car into an epic and slightly terrifying flight. The map's massive enough that if you wanted, you could spend an entire weekend just driving from north to south without repeating a single track. And honestly, getting lost here isn't frustrating, it's part of the adventure. Horizon 5's world is basically screaming, go explore, break things, and look fabulous doing it. And let's be real, this map is one of the few places where wrecking your car is still fun. Next up, Avatar: Frontier of Pandora, and wow, this map is like someone dropped the entire planet into your console and said, good luck exploring it. Pandora is huge, layered, and absolutely breathtaking. Floating mountains, glowing bioluminescent forests, and rivers that twist like snakes. It's a map that screams, get lost here. The world feels alive, with wildlife that actually behaves realistically. One minute you're sneaking past giant banshees, the next you're getting chased by a pack of hammerhead predators. And honestly, half the fun is the, oops, did I just fall off a cliff moments? Exploration is incredibly rewarding. Hidden temples, crashed ships, or rare plants that make you feel like a true scientist explorer. But let's be honest, with a map this huge, it's impossible to see everything on one playthrough. You'll get lost, you'll marvel at the scenery, and you'll probably swear at a cliff edge at least once. In short, Pandora doesn't just give you a big map. It gives you a playground for your inner explorer, adrenaline junkie, and occasional klutz all at once. Next, Ghost Recon Wildlands takes huge maps and adds a tactical twist. This isn't just a pretty landscape, it's an entire country to liberate from a ruthless cartel. The Bolivian-inspired world is massive. Mountains, rivers, deserts, jungles, and small villages that all feel alive. The game gives you the freedom to approach missions however you want, which sounds awesome, until you realize the map is so huge that even with a helicopter, you'll get lost trying to reach your objective. In the side quests, oh man, some of them will have you wandering into enemy territory, ambushed by cartel goons, or chasing down some random VIP in the middle of nowhere. But that's the beauty of it. Exploration isn't just optional, it's rewarding. You discover hidden weapons, bases, and stories that make the world feel lived in. Wildlands is basically saying, go ahead, get lost, but don't get yourself killed. And honestly, half the fun is the chaos that happens when you do get lost.
Heads up, hostile presence. I heard a Sicario over here. There, in the watchtower.
And next, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the game that basically set the standard for huge RPG maps. From the war-torn lands of Velen to the icy cliffs of Skellige, every corner of the map feels alive and brimming with stories. The level of detail is insane. NPCs have routines, monsters patrol forests, and even random encounters feel meaningful. And don't get me started on the side quests. You think you're just going to fetch a sword, and suddenly you're caught in a tragic love story, a political coup, or a monster hunt that will end with Geralt covered in mud and blood. The map encourages exploration, and rewardingly so. Hidden treasures, secret contracts, and breathtaking vistas make wandering around irresistible. But here's the catch. You will get lost. You might head to Novigrad for a quest and find yourself on an island 3 towns over. And honestly, that's part of the charm. Witcher 3's world is huge, dangerous, gorgeous, and will make you feel like a true wandering monster slayer, if you can remember where your horse is. Moving on to Death Stranding 2, a game where getting from point A to B is both meditation and nightmare. The map is massive, rugged, and designed to make you feel the weight of every step. Mountains, rivers, cliffs, and BT-infested zones mean that traversal is a challenge. You're not just walking, you're strategizing every move. And while you're delivering cargo, you'll encounter hidden shelters, abandoned equipment, and occasionally moments of pure awe when you see a sunrise over a craggy valley. The verticality alone is mind-blowing. You're climbing, sliding, and sometimes face-planting in a way that makes you both frustrated and exhilarated. But here's the kicker. The map rewards patience. The more you explore, the more secrets, shortcuts, and narrative tidbits you discover. And yes, getting lost is part of the experience. Maybe you'll wander for an hour, realize you're nowhere near your destination, and then think, yeah, this is why I carry ladders and ropes. Death Stranding 2 turns a huge map into a physical, emotional, and occasionally hilarious journey. Alright, Elden Ring. From Software's masterpiece of massive, punishing maps. The lands between aren't just big, they're sprawling, vertical, and cryptically interconnected. You've got swamps, castles, mountains, and hidden valleys where enemies will absolutely ruin your day if you're not careful. The genius of Elden Ring's map is that it rewards curiosity. Wander off the main path and you'll find secret bosses, powerful loot, or breathtaking vistas that make you forget you're probably underleveled. And don't even get me started on those little shortcuts and ruins that make you go, wait, I can climb there? Exploration feels dangerous but thrilling because one wrong turn can lead to a 3-headed dragon, a horde of zombies, or something way worse. Honestly, getting lost here isn't just expected, it's part of the fun. You'll emerge hours later, sweaty and exhausted, realizing you've seen 10 areas you didn't even know existed. Elden Ring isn't just huge, it's a map designed to make you feel both tiny and badass at the same time. Next up, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which expands the world of Midgar and beyond into a jaw-dropping open playground. The map is massive, cinematic, and packed with secrets, side quests, and areas that make you go, Wait, I can explore here? You've got forests, cities, mountains, and ruins that are all beautifully crafted, with attention to detail that makes wandering irresistible. Combat and traversal feel seamless, so even while you're exploring, you're engaged. Sometimes battling monsters, sometimes discovering hidden story moments, sometimes just staring at the scenery because it's gorgeous. And let's be real, this map is huge enough to get lost in for hours. You'll find yourself in a forest thinking you're close to the village, only to realize you've wandered halfway across the world. But that's the magic. The map encourages exploration, rewards curiosity, and makes every journey feel epic. Rebirth isn't just a game, it's a sprawling, story-filled, visually stunning adventure that practically begs you to get lost and enjoy the ride.
I got it.
Now, Just Cause 3 and 4, the games that basically say, maps, bigger, chaos, more. These aren't just huge open worlds, they're playgrounds for destruction. From towering mountains to sprawling cities and endless coastlines, you can climb, skydive, or grappling hook your way anywhere. And the best part? Physics doesn't just bend, it explodes. You'll spend hours launching cars, helicopters, or entire bridges into the air just for fun. And somehow, it never gets old. The map is enormous enough that you could literally spend days just doing side stunts and never touch the main story. And yes, getting lost is inevitable, but that's half the charm. You might wander into a hidden base, accidentally start a war between factions, or end up stuck on a mountain wondering how the heck you got there. Just Cause isn't just about exploration. It's about embracing chaos in a map so huge that it almost feels like your own personal playground, with explosions. Next up, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is basically the realistic medieval RPG we didn't know we needed. But wow, the map is massive. Think rolling hills, dense forests, medieval towns, rivers, and castles, all painstakingly designed to feel historically accurate. Every village has life, farmers working, guards patrolling, and bandits lurking in forests. Exploration is rewarding but dangerous. Wander too far without preparation and you might get lost, starve, or run into a group of armed bandits ready to end your day. Combat is brutal and unforgiving, just like the world itself, so getting lost can have serious consequences, which honestly makes exploration way more thrilling. And the map is huge enough that side quests will take hours, often sending you through multiple towns and forests in a single adventure. Kingdom Come 2 isn't flashy, but its sprawling, living map rewards patience, curiosity, and strategic thinking. And if you love getting lost in realistic worlds, it's basically paradise.
If you keep resisting, give it all the right in the world.
Skyrim, the OG giant open world RPG that still makes new players go, whoa, this map is huge. Mountains, forests, frozen tundras, and hidden dungeons everywhere. You could spend 100 hours wandering and still not see everything. The map is full of secrets, from dragon lairs to mysterious caves, and even the smallest village has stories to uncover. Exploration feels natural. Climb a mountain, glide down, stumble across a bandit camp, and maybe get jumped by a giant. You never know. And let's be honest, Skyrim is basically the ultimate get lost and accidentally save the world simulator. Horses are great, fast travel is convenient, but nothing beats just wandering and seeing what's around the next corner. Mods only make the map feel bigger, and the endless quests mean you'll constantly find new reasons to explore. Skyrim isn't just a huge map, it's a living, breathing world that rewards curiosity, punishes stupidity, and somehow always manages to surprise you, even after years of playing. Next up, Assassin's Creed Shadows, which proves that historical maps can be huge and vertical. The cityscapes here are sprawling, densely packed, and absolutely gorgeous, with alleyways, rooftops, and towers that beg you to climb them. Exploration isn't just about moving from point A to B. It's parkouring, sneaking, and occasionally dropping into unsuspecting guards with style. The map feels alive. Markets bustle, citizens wander, and secrets hide in every nook and cranny. And with missions scattered across districts, you'll quickly realize the map is massive enough to get lost just trying to find the next objective. But getting lost isn't frustrating. It's part of the fun. You stumble upon hidden quests, collectibles, and vantage points that reward curiosity. Assassin's Creed Shadows doesn't just give you a big world, it gives you a playground to scale, sneak, and explore in a way that makes every hour feel cinematic and satisfying. Trust me, once you start climbing, you'll never want to come down.
My brother-in-law, I'll bleed you out.
And next we have Days Gone, a game where the map is massive, gorgeous, and absolutely dangerous. The Pacific Northwest has never looked so alive, or so full of zombie biker hordes. Forests, mountains, rivers, and abandoned towns stretch as far as the eye can see, and every road feels like it could hide a threat, or a hidden stash of supplies. Exploration is a double-edged sword. Ride too far, and you might stumble into a freaker nest or a rival gang that ruins your day. The dynamic weather and day-night cycle make traveling unpredictable, and the map is huge enough that getting lost isn't just likely, it's part of the survival experience. Side missions, collectibles, and random encounters mean that wandering off the main path is both rewarding and terrifying. Days Gone isn't just about surviving, it's about learning the map, mastering your bike, and occasionally screaming into your headset when a horde drops from a hill you didn't even see. It's huge, intense, and perfect for players who love to explore. Carefully. Next, Far Cry 6, which is basically a tropical playground with a rebellious twist. Yara is massive, diverse, and packed with things to blow up, sneak past, or race through. Mountains, beaches, jungles, and cities make the map feel alive, and side missions, collectibles, and random encounters practically force you to wander. Exploration is fun, but chaotic. You might start a mission in one village, detour through a jungle, and end up in a completely different part of the island, all while fighting guerrilla forces or rampaging wildlife. The map encourages creativity. Drive, glide, sneak, or just go full Rambo. It's your choice. And honestly, getting lost is part of the charm. Hidden bases, secret weapons, and breathtaking vistas reward curiosity, while missteps often end with hilarious explosions or enemy ambushes. Far Cry 6 isn't just huge, it's a living, breathing sandbox where chaos and beauty coexist. And getting lost has never felt so satisfying. And second last game of the list is Fallout 4, because this game's map is already massive. And then mods show up and say, yeah, let's double that. The Commonwealth on its own is huge. Ruined cities, creepy forests, abandoned factories, underground vaults, and enough hidden locations to keep you wandering for hundreds of hours. You'll head out for one quick quest and somehow end up deep in Boston, fighting super mutants, looting junk, and forgetting why you even left your settlement. But here's where Fallout 4 becomes unstoppable. Mods. Mods turn this already giant map into an absolute monster. New locations, expanded cities, overhauled weather systems, realistic lighting, extra enemies, survival mechanics, and even full story expansions that feel like DLC. Some mods add new factions, some turn the wasteland into a horror game, and others just make the world look so good you stop to stare at ruined buildings like it's art. And let's be honest, mods also mean you'll get even more lost, because now there are new places you didn't even know existed. Fallout 4 isn't just a big map. With mods, it's basically a customizable wasteland where getting lost is not a mistake, it's the main feature. And finally, Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar's masterpiece of huge living maps. The American frontier here isn't just vast, it's staggering. Mountains, plains, forests, rivers, and towns all interconnect seamlessly, with wildlife, NPCs, and dynamic events that make the world feel alive. You can ride for hours and still discover something new, a hidden treasure, a random encounter, or a breathtaking sunset over the plains. The level of detail is insane. People go about their lives, weather changes realistically, and even getting caught in a snowstorm can make you rethink your life choices. And let's be honest, you will get lost, probably several times, but the exploration is half the fun. Hunting, horseback travel, side missions, and story events all feel organic. Red Dead Redemption 2's map is huge, immersive, and alive in a way few games can match. It's not just a game world, it's a world you could spend a lifetime in and never see everything.
I think we've seen enough of you, friend.
What's that you said?
You have a big mouth, you know. Llama la puta de tu madre.
So that was 20 game maps, so huge. You might actually get lost and forget what the main quest even was. And honestly, that's the best part. Now, I want to know, which map completely destroyed your sense of direction? Drop it in the comments, because I know I'm not the only one who lost a horse, a bike, or an entire storyline in these games. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming content, and don't forget, sometimes the best way to play is to get completely lost. I'll see you in the next one.